Amy! Oh, there you are. Stay away, get out of there. What are you gonna do about it? What? I don't know what you're talking about, and also I need context for things. If it was something I reblogged on Tumblr, I can't remember it. Oh hey, it's the same day the Weber skin is the Weber update is revealed. I wonder why they had to push back the team reveal. I don't even care that much. It's just like, just let me pick a team. Maybe they don't have the system ready for letting people pick teams or for sorting yet. Maybe something's wrong with that. So they don't want people trying to go on and claim teams immediately. Teams machine broke. Understandable. Have a good day. I don't know. I hope the mods are okay. Hmm. That could be a pretty fun one, honestly. Pirates vs. Cowboys. Oh, that could be cute. If we do get Pirates versus Cowboys, that would be pretty fun. I think RC is drawn as a bunch of Pirates and or Cowboys. I don't know would plan to go for because I like Pirates and Cowboys. So I'd have to do auto sort. Or, you know, like random. Yeah, that would be fun. Laura, yes. Been chatting with me for too long. Where I know how to draw an actual looking arms. Georgia, your pumpkin, she's so cute. I think she was one of my favorite ones to draw when I did that one with the campfire, which I saved on YouTube, sped up 800%, so if you want to see that, I can link you. I think he's gonna mount Georgia. Cute little pumpkin face. Yeah, it was so adorable, where she was like falling asleep into her like mug of hot cocoa. Probably that one night when you were bookmarking a bunch of reps. What in the hell do arms look like? You know what? It doesn't matter what arms look like. When you're a spirit traveling multi-tar, whatever the fuck Lindy is. When your character is just a character that you like to draw for fun, and they don't, it doesn't really matter what they look like. You don't have to give them proper arms. It's okay. Exactly. Arm is just bendy straws. Pumpkinhead will be fun to do. I'm trying to go for the kind of soft hands that you see in like Thai murals, where their hands are just doing stuff. Open the pumpkin patch, sucker! You'll never leave, ha ha! Oh, that sucks. Georgia is very popular, which is good because she's very cute. Yeah, that sucks, Snake Eggs. All I know is that I want it to look like she's doing some kind of little dance or something mystical because that's how her character is. It's doing some kind of soft hands look. But I might find these fingers so much smaller that sometimes you just gotta go fuck it and redraw the whole ass hand. Redemption arc. More knowledge. More experience. Cute pumpkins. Trial 2. I hope it's not one of those ones where it's like, okay, you barely have any time. Good fucking luck. This is worth 50% of your grade. Kick rocks. Flashbacks to junior project week. Like, you know, I literally have like 5 other classes and they all gave me projects, right? And they'd always be like, that's not my problem. And I'd be like, maybe you and the others could coordinate? And also on 3 of the projects, they were group projects. Or more like on 5 of the projects, they were group projects. And I was the one carrying the entire team. Mm-hmm. I had to close the sliding door because mosquitoes were getting in. I had to spray off all over myself. I got on my fingers and I was trying to eat something, but I forgot I had off on my fingers, and so now my mouth tastes like off. Yeah. Would be higher up. Right? What if I just cheated? If I just cheated with the amazing magic of digital art programs. Right, but that's no excuse. And it's like, literally it is, though. That does sound kind of dumb. Like, what are you supposed to say? I'm glad I didn't die last year? That's not even something to be proud of, it's just like a luck thing. Right. It's required, but it's not part of your grade? I would probably be all fucking edgy and salty and be like, I'm proud of myself for still being fucking alive and not having taken any of you bitches with me. I'm proud I haven't set the school on fire. Be forced into a visit with the school's counselor. Hmm. I honestly can't think, like, I don't know what grade you're in. You don't have to tell us about that because, it's the internet. You don't have to, you gotta not trust anyone. But back in both, like, middle and high school, if I was asked to do a project like that, of course, I have a horrible memory, so I won't be able to remember, but, like, literally the only things I had to be proud of were, like, pictures I drew that turned out good, keeping houseplants alive, like, I sure wasn't proud of my grades or anything like that. Maybe proud of reading a bunch of books, but, like, I'd be just pissed off that I had to do the project at all. Even as an adult now, because I'm kind of technically a failure as an adult, you know, going by societal standards. I'd probably be like, I made a 3-headed Furby. Here, I literally brought it. It is visual, it is tangible. But as a kid, I'd probably be like, I drew this. It took me 3 weeks because I kept going over the lines. I'm proud of this drawing I did. That's fucking it, dude. I have nothing else. I was thinking collage, like it seems like something you'd have to make a collage for. No, that's no excuse. Bitch, you don't know what the fucking excuse is. I think I just drew this arm too big. I just drew this forearm a little bit too big, and that's okay. Sometimes you just have to cheat. Sometimes it's hard to draw when you can't see the whole thing you're drawing. Oh, you know we mentioned. We mentioned to keep that arm joint the same. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you gotta BS. Jeez. Like, I know you can't remember every single student's personal situation, but generally if a kid gets so sick in your class they have to go home, like, I would hope you might remember that and not assume that they just did their homework. That reminds me, one of my most hated teachers of all, no, the most hated teacher of all time. I can't even remember her name because I decided not to remember it. Unlike my usual problem, which is just that I forget. But this bitch was an English teacher, I think like AP English or something like that. And we had a project due. I can't even remember what it was about. The title thing, oh my god. Like, we had to do a group project, and our group was doing great. We had most of it done. We were working together fantastically. One of our members was like, hey, I have some supplies at home that I think will really make our poster board pop. I'm going to take it home and work on it. And so she took it home, but it was over the weekend, you know? So she was like, I'm going to have so much time. But she got food poisoning over the weekend and was so horribly sick that she was out of school that Monday, too. She'd been sent, like, she had her parents call the school and being like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I don't have the poster board ready. I got food poisoning. I can't get out of bed. The teacher failed all of us for the entire project. She would not allow us to do the presentation the next day when their team member came back after throwing up the previous day. Just complete failure after everything we put into it. Like, I get, like, sometimes teachers like that are trying to do the whole, like, oh, well, in the adult world, you're not going to have chances to do things over. But, bruh, we were middle schoolers, not even high schoolers yet. Like, you gotta cut kids some slack. And also in the adult world, you can absolutely just be like, tell people what's up, ask to reschedule. You don't even have to tell people the details of your life. You just have to be like, listen, I really have to reschedule. Can we do this thing? Can we do the meeting or whatever at so and so time? Sorry for the inconvenience, but I cannot make it at this time. And you know what? People will fucking let you reschedule if you're courteous about it. That sounds like a bit of depression. Which really sucks. Losing interest in activities you're once super interested in is definitely depression symptoms. Yeah, rip in peace. I do know that feeling of just like looking at something that you really have to get done and just like your brain turns to static. Yeah, what the hell, teach? Learn to teach better, God. Yeah. Where was the time? What's even worse is when you weren't given like you're the only one doing the project and no one else is helping. Or when no one in the group is like, or when everyone in the group is like just really depressed and no one's working at top speed. I don't listen to Pink Floyd, but they did that one thing where it was like, that the thing about they don't like the education system. I also don't like the education system. I may not like Pink Floyd's music, but I agree that the education system is garbage. Sucks that you don't seem to have any good ones. Best teachers I had were in the quote-unquote elective classes that didn't matter as much as the real classes. Like, I learned more in creative writing classes than I did in any English class about literature. Thought more constructively about it, all that kind of thing. That sucks. Well, good luck, kid. See ya. Fucking happened on my desk in 2 days. Yay! Shout out to Mr. AG and Miss Bernstein, Miss Eves, Miss Hudgens, Lifesaver. What? What does that even mean? You're wasting your time. What, wasting your time trying to do the project at all? I agree, teacher. It is a waste of time. I know high school was like an amount of time that I don't even want to think about before I dissolve into dust from being old. But still, worst fucking years of my life. Absolute garbage. Can't stop being salty about them. Why do you have to do a family history project? I don't know a damn thing about my family history. Besides, like, one or two simple generation things like dad Italian family, mom mixed European family. And I don't care about genealogy, so like that one just pissed me off. Like, what is the point? It's like, yeah, I know teachers are underpaid and schools are often underfunded. Well, I don't know super where it is where you are, but if we're all in the American school system here, then yeah. But like, still, you gotta consider what's gonna be within our actual ability to do. What the hell? Why does that make you do family projects? It's so weird. Like, you know, not everyone knows or cares about that stuff, right? also meet a person who is also not close to their family. Nice going, school is just gonna assume everyone cares about their own family, or even has a positive relationship with them. Yeah. You know, you can tell me anything. Yeah, I'm not gonna, though. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna trust you to know stuff. When you're over here giving me projects, yeah, sure. Alright. Like, now you're sympathetic. Now you're sympathetic, you know, I got a dead parent, huh? Where was that sympathy? When I was too sick to come into school that one time and you failed me, huh? Where was that? Gonna act like you care. I think, like, one of the worst parts about, like, high school and stuff is all the fucking adults who grew up in a completely different era and who I guess were all, like, neurotypical, just, like, from what they say. They're all gonna be like, oh, wow, you know, these are the best years of your life. You should really appreciate them. And it's like, are you telling me it will get worse? Is that what you're saying? Are you telling me it's gonna get even worse? But no. School sucks, and then you can be an adult, and then you have more freedom, and it's actually better. Well, for a lot of people. Oh, Sandra, shoulders going back gracefully a little bit, like she's holding her shoulders back. So carefree and pretty, and I don't know how the hell to draw shoulders. Mm-hmm. Or all the people who actually had, like, good houses to live in. They're like, oh man, it sucked when my parents stopped taking care of me and I had to be an adult. And it's like, you had parents, plural, and they actually took care of you? Wow, deluxe. And you had an easy time socializing? Wow. You really got the full package. I don't know what you're complaining about. You really did have a good time. But buck up and grow up, buddy. Aw. I hope the teacher's okay now, too. Oh my god, the worst thing was when it was like, I'm gonna call on the quiet student who is very shy and get them to read something in front of the entire class when they're not prepared to do it. Like, didn't help that I was usually drawing, but that's how I focus. Oh my god, we had this, what was it? AP Chemistry or something like that? It was a teacher who used to be a college professor. I don't know why. He got, like, demoted to high school, but he kept trying to run the class like a college class where he would just give lectures and put the required homework on the board and expect people to do it. But we were teenagers and a lot of us were pretty much not gonna go to college, so like it didn't really matter. And of course, one of the days when I was too sick to be in school, my friend Mary was there and she was like, oh my god, you should have fucking seen what Mr. McAfee was like during the other day. He had a fucking breakdown, and I was like, oh my god, that guy's a jerk, but like, still. Apparently he was kind of going through it, having lost his college job or whatever. Yeah, you would definitely be the quiet kid. You'd definitely be like most voted to bring a gun to school or something. It is kind of fucked up to joke about, but like, goth, edgy, the quiet kid. I was the kid who was shy and quiet, but also really weird. Audibly quiet, visually loud. Yeah, sometimes just doodling on something actually helps you absorb what you're being taught. I never believe that. Oh my god, there definitely would. I would ask why your mom has a black leather trench coat, but also thinking about her, yeah, she's the kind of weirdo who probably would have a black leather trench coat. Like, bro, I'm processing. Some people need to keep their hands moving so they can focus. Whether it's a stim or doodling or something. A fucking anime trend where the fingers wobble weirdly so they can do this. You know that? I kind of like that trend, but I try not to do it so much. Try to make it look a little bit more natural. But just a little bit. Mm-hmm. One of the best like teachers I ever had was algebra or something, or it was some sort of class that had a bunch of advanced stuff in it, you know, advanced math stuff. And at the beginning of the year, I was in like freshman year, and I was already so tired from middle school that I just straight up went to the teacher and I was like, what job fields would I need would I need certain parts of this information to get into? It was like I can't even remember the fucking, like, calculus and stuff like that. And the teacher was like, well, very honestly, it would be this and this type of career. And I was like, I'm not going to go into any of those. Is it okay if I focus on the less complicated stuff? Because I have other things to focus on. And he was like, yeah, okay. And I pretty much got like a free pass the whole year because he knew why I wasn't applying myself at certain things. I did the simpler math, I just didn't do like the calculus and all that. Oh, remedial class, that sucks. Like, what are you gonna do? Wash my arms for me in front of the class? Huh? Ah, what the hell? You need your scrap paper for math so you can figure out the math. Oh my god, one thing that really pissed me off about, like, the contrast between my doodling and what some other kids would do, there was this phase that all of the boys in my high school went through for some reason where they would chew gum extremely loudly. And our school didn't have like an anti-gum policy. It was just like certain teachers did. But in teachers who allowed gum in their class, they would chew their gum so loudly with the loudest, sloppiest, nastiest mouth noises that I would literally just stop caring what I looked like and plug up my ears in class. And instead of if I was just drawing quietly, doing something, I would get called out. But the people literally slapping their tongues off their teeth and spitting saliva everywhere didn't get called out for anything. Even when other students were very obviously uncomfortable with it and told them to stop, and I was like, what is wrong with you? I think there was like one teacher who banned gum from their class after the kids started doing that. And most of the teachers didn't allow gum, and the teachers who did and didn't do anything, I was like, what is wrong with you? That's what I would say. I'd be like, you took it away, remember? Like, I was using that, but you took it, so I guess you didn't want me to have it. Like, what am I supposed to do? Maybe if you give it back, I could get my notes back. One of the teachers who allowed the gum slapping, it actually became sort of a thing for me and my friend in that class to just fucking skip that class. We had a habit of walking toward the class and then, sort of deciding last second if one of us kept going on, the other one kept going on. But there were a lot of times when we would just simultaneously look at each other, giggle a bit and go, nah, and then go to Miss Hudgens' room, who knew we were skipping, but was the kind of teacher who was like, you know what, you decide your own grades, I'm not going to tell on you. I'm just running the independent study class, and if you come here to work on other things, that's fine. So we're like, thank you, Miss Hudgens, we love you. And I would go to her class and work on other things instead of going to geometry, where the boys were slapping their saliva off the roofs of their mouths with fucking sonic blast coming out of them because it was so loud and it was out on the fucking trailers. So the mouth noises would echo around the room. Yeah, that was years ago. That was like a decade ago. But you know what? I'm still pissed off about it. People who never learn to eat properly, not my fault you didn't learn to eat properly. Eat with your fucking mouth closed. Either that or just don't eat in the company of other people. Be decent. Christ. Definitely don't do it on purpose. Yeah, like I can deal with like there are things like if someone's eating with their mouth full, as long as they're not making the gross smacking noises, I'm okay. You know, if it's just like if they're just talking like that, that's fine. The moment it sounds wet, that's when I get pissed off. It's like you evolved lips for a reason. Use them. Even when I get a cold, which I know I've already blathered about this to Skeleby, but even when I get a cold and my nose is plugged up and I have to mouth breathe, I will hold my breath when eating because I can't stand it. Even when I'm just by myself, I refuse to open mouth eat. Yeah, I remember one time in that geometry teacher's class, I was just plugging my ears, and of course she made the whole class look at me when she was like, Jenica, what's wrong? Why are you plugging your ears? And I was like, the gum. And so she had to tell the kids to stop chewing as loudly. I can't remember if they kept doing it, probably because I like never went to that class again, but don't skip classes, I'm a bad influence. Or, you know, do skip the classes if you can get away with it. I have no idea how I passed that class. I just had some sort of silent understanding with the teacher. That, like, I just wasn't gonna go. Me and my friends, we were just, Yeah, it's like some of us have misophonia. We don't like certain noises that are annoying and gross. Some of us are a little bit neurotic or on the autism spectrum. In fact, me and most of my friends were, I'm pretty sure. The only ASMR things I like are, you know, like long fingernail tapping and like loud keyboards and like slime squishing. I'm okay with slime because it sounds sticky, but if it's lip smacking, that's disgusting. More of like a, I think it's like it's autosomal something response. Yeah, where like if their tongue moves, you could hear it. Ugh. The only ASMR thing like I've actively watched is is that one girl who does she does these really ridiculous scenes. Like you're a plague victim and I'm the nun who's trying to cure you with holy water or whatever. That she's great. Fantastic work on there. No, fabric doesn't have to make sense all the time. Sometimes you could just totally wing it and it's fine. Don't worry about it. Ooh, Rice Krispie sounds nice. That's a good idea. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I like it when it's like clicking noises, little tappity taps. People with like acrylic nails tapping on things. I like that. It's very pleasant. I like loud keyboards for the clickety clackety. Brush. I can't roll my R's, especially without front teeth anymore, but Yeah, like I was trying to remember the name of it. It's autosomal something response, and it's a thing that not everyone gets, but some people get, where certain sounds like affect your nerves in some way, or they like stimulate something. So certain like clicking or snapping noises, or even nasty mouth sounds. Oh yeah, the wood crackling, and like if you listen to it with it in your ears, yeah, the sort of the especially old keyboards with the big chunky keys when you can hear when they're tapping around. Oh, I love that. That's just some good noises. It's nostalgic and also it's nice to hear. Fireplace crackling is good. Rice Krispies is good. Tappy taps, tappy taps, and clickety clacks. That's the good stuff. That's a good stuff right there. And some people, if you listen to it with headphones, especially headphones that accurately have like right and left noises, it gives some people like goosebumps and shivers. I haven't gotten that response, but maybe if I listen to one of like puppy snuffles or something, when like a puppy snuffles your face and it I don't know how they do that, but it's like ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. It feels funny because little puppy snuffles. Is that a thing that everyone gets? Oh, is that like where they're clipping the plastic bits off? Little plastic bits go snapping off. That could be nice. Yeah, autonomous sensory meridian response. Okay. I got one of the words right, and that was response. Autosomal would have to do with sleep, wouldn't it? I don't like the sounds of styrofoam. I hate it when I have to take something out of a box, like especially an electronic or something. I'm glad that chalkboards started to get phased out and we used whiteboards, and now people are getting like smart boards and stuff like that. But yeah, everyone hates fucking chalkboards. Yeah, like I don't like I don't like styrofoam. It's like one of the worst things to hear is styrofoam squeaking against itself. Like, oh boy, I'm so happy to unbox this new electronic that I got so I can set it up. Oh no, it is surrounded by a little cage of styrofoam that I'll have to suffer through so I can get to the sweet, sweet treasure inside. Oh yeah, the squeaky marker noise, like on a that can happen on whiteboards, huh? And classroom equipment is just full of horrible noises. Oh yeah, if it's like that. Okay, yeah, I know the sound you're talking about. Where it's like it's a squeaky marker on a dry surface like the paper. Freaking right. It's like I'm gonna watch it, but I sure as hell ain't gonna hear it. Yeah, I also don't like things that are too quiet or too loud. The only kind of thing I like when it's too quiet is like early morning quiet or like 3 a.m. outside letting the dog out to pee before I go to bed quiet, and it's like a full moon so I can still see a bit. You know, peaceful quiet. I don't like when I'm in a building and it's quiet. So yeah, chalk on sidewalks is like it's a crunchy noise. Chalk on chalkboard, squeaky hell. Squeaky awful hell. Just gonna draw some bad horse legs real quick. I could be an isekai author. Let me draw these bad horse legs. Yeah, sidewalk chalk is a good crunchy noise that does not make my brain turn to static and make me want to throw things. Styrofoam, cotton balls, sandpaper, anything dry at all. Yes, chalkboard. Yeah, I like the quiet of outside as opposed to the quiet of like fluorescent lights overhead or like a building where nothing is on. So if you hear something, you're pretty sure you're gonna get like eaten by a ghost. Oh yeah, the cornstarch. Cornstarch is hell. Pickles have a weird mouth feel. Like it's if you bite into a really crisp pickle, it can be kind of nice and crunchy and refreshing. But also, if they hit my teeth the wrong way, it reminds me of how styrofoam feels when I'm like ripping it open or something, because of that squeakiness. Yeah, these horse legs are atrocious. Hold on, I need to redraw this entire horse leg. The hell's my phone? There it is. I need to look up a picture of a horse or a deer or something. Some form of hoofed quadruped. Rubbery pickle. Nasty. Now I don't want horse running, I want horse standing. Okay, that's good enough, I guess. Now where's the Arabian horses? I want to see a healthy horse. Do horses never just stand up straight? Come on. You know what? That one's good enough. Now horses are fucked up. I just sitting there with blood pouring down your face. Like, well, if I'm gonna be here, I might as well get blood all over my whole laptop if you're in like a digital class. Like, seriously, just they could let you go get a fucking a toilet paper piece or something, or a napkin, and rip it up and roll it into rolls and put it in your nostrils. I would get up anyway and I'd be like, no, I need to go get a freaking thing for my nose. Okay. I am not gonna sit here with my nose bleeding. If you're gonna get mad and want to tell my parents, okay, tell them. They're gonna think you're stupid too. Horses are hard to draw. Okay, so it's like... I always think horse legs are like bigger than they actually are, but horses actually have gross little spindly legs. Who decided horses are majestic? Horses are creepy. Yeah, it's like, no, look, I'm gonna go wash my hands. I'm gonna stuff some tissue paper up my nose so that it stops bleeding. I'm not gonna sit here with my nose bleeding on camera. Like, what if it was an actual, like, in-person class? Would they just tell you to sit there creating a biohazard for all your classmates? They got gross little legs. Their legs are so thin. They're, like, so bony. Unless they're those, like, really big muscular horses. Those horses have good legs. Because they don't look like they're about to snap. The last thing horses need is forward-facing eyes. It is true. Leave the forward-facing eyes on quadrupeds to those, the cats and dogs and those creepy little cave goats they found out about that one time. Yeah, that dry air will get you. I've lived here forever and I still get bloody noses occasionally, just like out of nowhere. This isn't great, but I'm still doing better than isekai artists, so I consider that A+. Just looking at a reference. Horses are so big and heavy, and they have these, like, little legs. Thin, bony little legs. And technically with the way they're, like, the bones are, it's like they're standing on fingers, and I hate that. And that's how I learned to drink water. Reminds me I should drink some tea, huh? It's been kind of humid here lately because of the storms, but, like, it's still hot. Ugh. Yeah, I usually also get mine at night. I'm trying not to get the two more extra joints per leg. Okay, the back leg. Okay. I have to move the merm tail. These are just examples of legs that this character can be given. You could even give her human legs. She would probably think that was really weird. Like, oh, what the hell are these? They're all fleshy. If it's Wendy, so she'd probably be like, Pray, what are these things? Long flowing tail. Ridiculous fantasy horsetail. Okay, and then the start will go up because she is a tar. Now that I made that sketch a lot messier. I kind of like tars where they don't have perfectly realistic human body to horse body ratio, because, you know, humans are kind of tiny compared to horses, so it always ends, you know, up with, you know, with like a this is exaggerating, with like a comparatively small, tiny human body on a horse, and it's like kind of silly. And she'd be like, what the heck? What do I do with these? How do they work? There's only 2 of them? Sort of adjust some of these sketches, which I scribbled very quickly. I like to take time when drawing Alinity because the whole point of her character is to just draw something so ornate and like decadent that is also some kind of tar. Okay, beautiful. I can stop obsessing over that. Yeah, that's where I always usually get, if I get a nosebleed, it's usually going to happen later at night, and I don't know why that is. Yeah, it's like either scale down the horse body to fit the human body a little bit so it looks more balanced, or just have a giant human body on top of the horse body so they're more intimidating. Stinky. I like to make my centaurs stank. Some stuff around. I ran out of tea in my bottle. Let me get my tea. I've been making sun tea like every other day. Yes, Abomination is very good. Ah! I can't stop spilling things today. Earlier I spilled my yogurt milk fucking everywhere. Ah. Please? Please draw her with the fucked up muscular human leg umbrella, yokai. That would be really funny. You could make the umbrella like really ornate and have like tassels hanging off it, and you could be wearing like a really pretty little sandal, but it'll still be like really fucked up. That would be so funny, dude. Oh yeah, I've seen those before where people make like a human tar. Oh, the pecs have eyes. I love that. Very good. Delicious. Fantastic. Keep it up. Love me some extra monstrous tars. One time I found a website that I stayed on for like a few hours because it was so fascinating, called boytar.net, I think. And it was a specially curated site for multi-limb fetishists, which are people who really get off on the idea of like humans with extra legs, extra arms, humans with like human legs, but then they have another waist connecting another pair of human legs. People with like spider arms going on, you know, just like they're all human arms, but they have like 8 of them, or you know, like 6 arms and 2 legs. Or like people with multiple sets of legs beyond two. Oh, that's good. Yeah, if I spilled this tea on myself, I would probably go into temperature shock and die because it's ice cold. I'm keeping it in my little mini fridge. I got this really funny like jokey submission on Alinity one time on ArtFight, which is by a photo man-up artist who really went wild with the concept. She had like crab legs and wings and like extra eyes and like it was really funny. It was like a collage art, and I was like, bro, this is hilarious. She is a character who is made to just sort of be fun to draw or collage or whatever. Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. The multi-lemurs really like your bug people. Yeah, I have definitely seen some human tars before, and some really, really creative ones, but I really like that you put peck eyes and a mouth on it. That's special. I like that. It's very good. I can't even remember how I found out about BulletTower.net, but I also recently found out about that parka fetish website, so like if you search for enough weird references online, you will find out about the most fascinating fetishes. Man, I even read a few of the literature submissions in their like erotic literature section. Like, wait, what? And it was about people like growing extra limbs and like, oh, he wrapped me in his 8 arms one by one, enveloping me, and I was like, oh, so you like that? That's not terrifying, huh? You get off to that? You enjoy that? Huh? Interesting. Sounds like some great horror imagery to me. Literally every time I'm cold or like cold enough, like this whole winter, it was pretty heckin' chilly. Well, not as chilly as it usually is because it's been getting warmer, but and I've been thinking, man, I'd really like to get one of those big puffy jackets, with like the windbreaker, and then my mind goes back to the parka fetish website, and I'm not even like it. It'll just it won't gross me out. I'll just be like distracted from my line of thought and being like, oh yeah, somewhere out there are people who are really into parkas and sleeping bags. And I'll just like have to stop for a moment and be like, oh, that's the thing people do, huh? Tag yourself, my gender is mayonnaise on a chair. Because even with a tan, I am pasty white and I'm slumped over on a chair. That's pretty great. You can take paraphilia classes? I used to just research that for fun. I wonder if having some prior knowledge would help me if I ever took a formal class, although I don't want to pay for it, so. We've both been on Tumblr too much. Yeah, I used to just like research paraphilias for fun because I think they're funny. Pretty sure I already added an extra joint to these legs, but you know what? Horse legs don't make any goddamn sense. Hey, Turk. Hope you're doing good. We're talking about weird fetishes and horse legs and bad schools and sounds we don't like. Welcome to the cool kids corner. Yeah, horses are ridiculous. especially if you look at diagrams of how like different animals develop their various legs and stuff like that. Like how like how bat wings are kind of like they have a like their pinky. It's basically like having a pinky finger that is super like extended, and then the wing webbing comes out of there. And like with horses, it's like basically the most of the leg is like standing on the joints of one of your fingers. Or like one of your toes, considering the back legs, and I don't like that. Liam Neeson's knees on a Nissan. They're the best lines of all time. Right? Oh, a little like Victorian bat or something with his pinky out, but it's like its whole wing and it's taking a little sip at its cute little teacup. It doesn't have to be Victorian, but like imagine though. I can't remember if like is that the name for a cat center? I can't remember. Usually I just call them cat chars. I was like, I'm not gonna keep it, but like big batty ears. This is a concept sketch, it's not going to be very refined. Bat char would be fucking cool. It would be like taking a sip. It would I guess it would be like a harpy, but with a bat, it would be like a golf harpy, like a badass golf harpy. And it's holding on to a little thing with one pinky out, which is its whole ass wing. And it's holding a little saucer with its other pinky out. I don't know why I would be surprised that someone made an entire world building thing about cat chars, but because wait, there could be human torso cat chars. There could be human torso cat chars, but also like a cat chars where it's like double the cat. Just knocks over absolutely everything at the tea table. Wearing a little bow tie. Sip. Do a sip. Do the bat char. Yeah, there's the fancy Victorian bat with both its pinkies out. And now it is gone. Now I continue to draw the many possible legs. Just a small sampling of the possible legs of this weird OC I have. Yee. The scooter. Yeah, but the Beskar is going to be really cute, or it could be really creepy. Knowing Skelby, it could be really cute and charming, or it could be an absolute nightmare. Whatever it is, I'm going to love it. Still, you mean like Cronenberg Nightmare refused with a tiger, or like Tiger Tar, or just Neko Mimi, very cute Tiger Man? Oh my god, that's hilarious. So it was like it was like a dude, and then the tiger is just over here being a tiger, and it was just it was just like that. He was just in the tiger's back. Oh my god. We got references. I'm guessing it might be a spoopy, or it could be a cute, or just a really cool. That's hilarious. I think one of my favorite weird centaurs is Made in Heaven, which Marcirez knows what the hell I'm talking about. For the rest of you, it's a JoJo. Don't worry about it. All you need to know is it's a JoJo. Good night. No, I haven't seen that series. Finally, I remembered drawing spiders with the right number of leg joints. For some reason, I always default to like that kind of spider leg, but they have like more joints. Probably not going to get any spider submissions. I don't know if anyone will draw them be, but I just want to remind people that spider tars exist. They're usually called driders or something. Like, I think it's a common enough thing in fantasy that people are familiar with driders, right? Yeah! Boy, Made in Heaven sure was a fucking trip. Big abdomen. Boop. Put these up a little bit. Yeah, Made in Heaven is one of the weirdest designs of a stand I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, I've seen the weird tars. I've seen boytar.net. I've seen some really other weird fetish tars. I've seen some strange multi-animal tars. I've drawn some strange multi-animal tars. Nothing could have prepared me for fucking Made in Heaven. One of those things that's so weird, I just have to appreciate it as a design. And go, Rocky, my man, I don't know what you were thinking. But kudos. OP or mind. Imagine like a worm tar. Like something that just kind of is like a creepy part human, part worm. You know, like human with a huge worm tail. And like they just sort of eat dirt. They're the things that Tolkien described in that one passage where Gandalf was talking, and it was like they're nameless things that gnaw on the earth. In the deep caverns of the world. Wait, in the deep places of the world, there are things that gnaw on the. Okay, I can't remember the exact quote, but it's really creepy. And it's just like, what if it was just like worm people? That could be really creepy. Oh great, I'm not sure. I want to know where he's fused with the tiger. Drink some of the tea. Don't forget to drink your waters and stretch your legs and stuff. I have not heard of the Slimen Riders from the Goblin Riders from Slime Tensei. That sounds gross. Some kind of wrong chimera. Art tip, if you're drawing dragon wings, do not draw them like this. Give them some substantial wing space. Otherwise, it'll make people who study animal anatomy and flight and stuff, that kind of thing, really mad. And also it looks dumb. I'm looking at you, Skyrim dragons. Archduke Gorgon. He just... Wait, what? I'm imagining a cat-dog situation now. Wait, is it like he's sticking up out of, like, above the tail? Or out of the back? Or, like, is he the tail? Is he the new tail? Or is it like a cat-dog situation? I hate all of them. All of these are just horrible ideas. Or is it something I haven't even thought of? Okay, so he's still upright. But, like, what is he the tail? Great, wonderful. I hit one already. Hey, Good Wizard. Hope you're doing good today. We're talking. I don't know what the hell we're talking about. That's okay. Sometimes you gotta blast music. It's one, but I want to try to finish the lines on this one ref page, even if it takes me a while. Hell yeah. That sounds awesome. I hope the ring turns out cool and whatever materials you're using don't give you any problems. Please let me just draw a line. Please. Please let me draw a line. Thank you, hand. Also, congrats on proposing to the GF. Hope it's a yes. I hope that all goes well for y'all. Fraction too small. Oh yeah, tars are fun to draw because you don't have to worry about drawing human legs, unless you're gonna draw a human tar. In which case, I hope you like drawing legs. Unless you're gonna draw one of the centaurs from the Fallout universe, in which case I hope you like drawing arms. Maybe you could try drawing a tar of a species that you've like never drawn one of before. Give yourself a fun challenge. Like a, I don't know, like a praying mantis or something. Cat horse tar, excellent, go for it. I remember one time I drew Alinity as like a, I think I called it a griffin tar. Because I made her a griffin, but also a tar by adding a human torso, and then she had like the bird head. I can't remember what that one looks like. You have like a bazillion OCs. Now, do you remember those one? I think that was one of the more recent ones you did though. I think. just try to draw some like Yume Kawaii featuring Alinity here. Because her whole thing is that she's supposed to look very dreamy and soft. But what if I also made it cute? I wonder what animal would be the most dreamy. Maybe a rabbit, because some cultures see a rabbit in the moon. Lost toss. Their dumb little legs. Rabbit tar would be pretty weird too, though. If they ever got the right doll to mod, it'd be really fun to make an Alinity doll. Are walruses dreamy? Or are you just oh wait, you're probably talking about like something challenging to do as a tar. I forgot what I said like a minute ago. That could definitely be an interesting challenge. Because unless you were gonna like scale it down, you could have like a giant character. And with either of those, you could give them tusks, and I'm a big fan of giving people tusks, so that could look really cool. In both situations, you can make them like really, you can make them chubby or old. You have some fun with those. There's a lot of the time with tars I see, muscular or thin character on an animal. But if you're gonna go with an already like chonky animal, you also gotta chub up the person, make it equal. Otherwise, it's gonna look unbalanced. Get all the body types in there. Maybe a koi fish mermaid. I think kois are kind of like, I don't know, they're very peaceful, floating around in their pond. I like the dreamy one. Thankfully, drawing all my characters finally has made me want to draw my own characters more. I have some ideas for like little interactions I'd like to draw with them with each other. Hell yeah! Okay, so you did like a harpy Batar and then like a centaur Batar. I don't know how you managed it, but I bet it's gonna look awesome. Goth tar. Human torso, body of a goth. I think if I ever make a streamer Discord server, it's gonna be the primary thing. It's gonna be so people can post things that they drew based on weird conversations we had in chat. That'll be the main channel. Everything else will be secondary. it down too much. Yeah. I should draw more fan art of Cletus a cat. Nice. You know Blender should have a GIF option, right? Weird that they don't. Although I guess if you have a converter for it, then you don't really need it. Like, why wouldn't they have one? If they don't have one, they need to get one. I don't know, I accidentally made her look slightly condescending. I do not understand the joke, but Into the Unibrow is a fascinating take. Oh, a cross-eyed. Where getting a character's eyes to look focused without looking like they're cross-eyed is really difficult. Okay, there we go. No thoughts, only Unibrow. Your last brain cell was like, man, I don't know, Unibrow? That's literally all I got. Okay, she still looks slightly condescending, which I didn't mean, but whatever. Maybe someone just asked her a stupid question. And she's looking at them like, oh, honey. A brave new Unibrow out there. If you want to. Cletus chat is, well, Cletus is the name of a cat. I can't remember how the hell we came up with the name for it. We were trying to find an acronym for create. Let it ho. Let it ho. Throwing that ass in a circle. I don't know. Drop that ass to the floor. Let it go. Let it go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Create chat, or Cletus the Cat's chat, is an art server that Skelebi started where we post prompts, and then occasionally maybe one of us actually does the prompts, and we just sort of post art stuff and that kind of thing. It's like it's a very small Discord server. It's pretty much just us and a couple pals. Yeah, apparently Skelebi is willing to open it up. Don't think it's even posted anywhere else before. We talk about art games and challenges and that kind of thing. I feel bad for not doing the weekly prompts for a while. I don't think one has even been posted for a bit. Yeah, it has been a pretty great place for like storing little art games and stuff and posting inspo. Be the bad girl you always wanted to be. Be the good hoe you always wanted to be. Always had to be. Don't conceal, let it all show. Oh no! Well, soon it'll be art fight, so that's gonna be the entire month prompt, I'm guessing. Oh, I forgot you didn't. Oh yeah, you told me you were like, "Hey, Junebugs is starting, woo!" But I got that confused because it was, the private chat on Discord and the clear chat on Discord. And... oh, okay, yeah, that was never posted there. Taking a sip of my tea. Oh, fucking knows. It was Junebugs, and I remember you posted something about June11 or June was. I can't remember what the hell it is. It was like a video game screenshot one, but that can also be interpreted as any other type of prompt, or even like a screenshot redraw prompt. Oh yeah, Julycanthropy. That doesn't even have the right amount of syllables. It should be, do you want to lick my ball sack? I mean, like, come on, put some effort into matching the amount of syllables. Don't just go for the first edgy lyric you think of. Put some effort in. I often make song parodies in my head, and I have since I was a little kid, so I get annoyed when other people do it and they don't even try. Like, do you want to lick my ball sack? I cleaned it just for you, or something like that, you know? It was the first thing I thought of that had, like, the right amount of syllables, you know? And it's like, come on, if you're gonna offer them, then, you know, make them appealing. Just make your eyes fully closed. Extra dreamy. The little thing where the eyelashes are showing. The thing I always forget about eyebrows is that, like, sideways, like, the profile foreshortening. The thing I forget about eyebrows is how the hell to draw eyebrows. You ever not know how to draw your character's hairline from the side? Yeah, me either. I'm glad I'm not one of those people who makes, like, ridiculously complex OCs, because I can barely remember what mine looked like in the first place. Tiny moth flew into the side of my head and scared the hell out of me. I don't want to have complete anime mouth. Oh no, I don't know how to draw a mouse from the side without making an anime mouse. So I guess it wouldn't be so much an original character unless you actually gave them, like, a backstory and all that and thought about them, that kind of thing. There are a lot of characters where I was like, I'm gonna make an OC out of this, but then I, like, never thought about them before, so. When I was, like, a teenager, I used to be super precious with my OCs and be like, I'll never give up on any of them. I'll keep references around them and keep them in my little OC file to remember my 54 bazillion fucking OCs. And then I was like, no, you know, actually, I never used them. And it's kind of silly to say that I had this many OCs. Sometimes you gotta KonMari your own thoughts that you had when you were a stupid teenager. And even when you were an adult, who has a problem making OCs out of everything. Like, I'm gonna be real, I'm never gonna draw them again, I'm not gonna develop them, give up on it. If it's just a design, it's just a design. Not every character concept has to be an OC. Nice. I hope the GIF conversion works well. Yeah, this is a older one. Eh. Isn't that what friends are for? To get you in trouble with weird inside jokes? Alright, no, I'm not gonna look at the ones that look at all the ones I actually did, which is these ones. Yay, I even colored some of them. Amazing! Yeah, right? It's like, no, it's actually, it's a joke my friends and I came up with. Like, listen, I know it sounds gross, and it kind of is, but, this joke is consensual. Okay, I finally finished the lines on this character page. Pretty happy with them, even with her oh honey face over here, which I did not mean to make look like that, but you know what, that's fine. I'm like weirdly happy with how the spider legs came out. I think they're very cute. Okay. I gotta sign off. Is okay, I'm pretty sure like how the hell stop that. Even though apparently a few people here, I'm like pretty sure like 3 of you are just gonna immediately leave, so maybe I don't know, let's see if there's anyone on who might like a tiny raid. Just a little raid. A very clunky way of going stream editor. The doggo need a walko. He will explode if he doesn't get his energy out, and also, like, pee. Okay, DC hosting. Dama. Neurodivergence is playing Minecraft. We got more Minecraft. We got Rhythm Heaven Fever. Everyone's playing Minecraft tonight. Darkest Dungeon. One of the Zelda games. Person working on their indie game. I don't know how long she's gonna be on, but I don't know what a bat lag is, but you draw that bat lag. Wait, how the hell did she spell that? She always spells her names weird. Okay. Sure, let's send a tiny raid over to her. Your friend should learn to put on Do Not Disturb mode. But okay. Let's go.